Hello, everyone. Lisa here from It's Practical Magic. It's so good to have you here with me today. Thank you to those of you who are, rejoining in another session here together, and a big heartfelt welcome to those of you who are new to the channel. I hope you're able to get nice and cozy, maybe make a nice cup of tea, grab a plushie, get that blanket, maybe you're soaking in a bath, maybe you want to also grab your crystals because today we are going to be taking a look at the Crystal Bible. I was recently gifted not just the first book here, but also the second and third from an ever so lovely community member, Rose. So, Rose, thank you again on behalf of myself and the entire It's Practical Magic community, and anyone who is stumbling across this video for your kindness and generosity and love and again, support. Thank you so very much, honey. For this particular time here together today, I am going to be just more so looking and working with the Crystal Bible, the first book, and then we will have other videos a little bit later on because there is quite a bit, like a large source of information and such, and I just felt it could be nice to kind of like divide those into different sessions. But yeah, so the Crystal Bible here, it is saying that a definitive guide a definitive guide to crystals. And it's featuring over 2,000 crystals in this first Bible. In the Crystal Bible number 2, you have over 200 additional. So we're now working with over 400 crystals in just the two books. And then here there is an additional 250. So there is a whole lot of crystal information here. And when I was originally looking at this crystal Bible, I didn't even know there was the additional ones. Thanks to Rose for letting me know about that, and of course getting those to me as well. But this is by Judy Hall, and this is not a sponsored session here today. This is just my own personal experience with the books and sharing our time here together. So yes, this is what the Crystal Bible looks like. I was actually quite surprised. I thought it was going to be a larger, like dimension wise book, but I have to say, I love that it's quite compact. And yeah, it is heavy because obviously it's quite thick, but it really is very lovely. And this is what it looks like. So I'll also show at a glance the second book as well, but then I'll put that to the side, the second and third book. So this is the Crystal Bible 2. The second one, that's the side of it there. So they are all the same size. And of course, the third one. So it's really quite nice that you have 1, 2, and 3. And if you were to ever get all 3 of them, that is kind of like what they might look like on your bookshelf. Very lovely. They're beautiful. So they're all the same size. All right, let me just put that aside there. So let's take a look. Let's take a look. So I have already glanced through this with my community during one of my Twitch live streams where I offer tarot readings. This is not my first glance at the book. And I have actually gone back and used it. I actually just recently received this beautiful piece of green serpentine. And I had a little bit of knowledge with the green serpentine, but as soon as I received this, I, pretty much ran to my crystal Bible and found that location for the green serpentine and looked up more additional information that I was really quite pleased and surprised to learn. So it's very handy to have like that. So we have crystal background here, some information on crystal formation, the Earth's crust, crystal decoration, crystal protection, crystal traction. So they're really covering a lot of different aspects of the crystal, not just, like this is your crystal. There is a rich history and amount of knowledge when it comes to what they are sharing here. The difference of semi precious stones, bringing love into your life, maybe what type of crystals you would like to use for that, crystal healing, obviously being the meditation practitioner and teacher that I am and sound therapist. I work a lot with crystals, as many of you have seen in our sessions here with the ASMR and meditation content as well. So I love that they have included the healing attributes as well for the crystals. That's like a wonderful source of information, holistic healing. So I really feel like you're getting a lot more choosing a crystal for healing than just again, like, oh, this is what that crystal means and such. There is a beautiful amount of kind of like backstory added to things, how to care for your crystals. I feel a lot of you will even ask me this, what crystals can be placed in water, what cannot, and such. So it's nice to have that available as well. I'm skipping a little bit here. Crystal directory. So now we're getting into like the specifics of like what this, crystal may mean and such and its attributes. Oh, can't make this stuff up. Crystal attributes. There you go. That's funny. So yeah, and then we're now getting into the different crystals. So it has been divided. I love that each crystal has 2 pages, so everything is nicely organized. I am a Capricorn as my sun sign, so I really appreciate organization, and it just makes me very happy. But yeah, so you have both 2 pages per crystal, and you'll see that as we kind of continue. Um, or maybe I am wrong. I felt it was 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, yes. And it has like the polished example of that stone. So here we have a beautiful piece of moss agate, and then also the tumbled example. It also has the color, the appearance. Let's see if I can get that. There we go. Color, appearance, rarity, and the sources. I found that to be quite fascinating. I mean, I feel like many of us, I have some general knowledge of, where different stones may be coming from in the world. But it really expanded my horizons and knowledge to see like where it's actually coming from, where it's sourced. So then you have also additional properties. So let's kind of like work with this moss agate, for example. It is saying it is a stabilizing stone strongly connected with nature. Moss agate is said to refresh the soul and enable you to see the beauty in all you behold. It is helpful in reducing sensitivity to weather and environmental pollutants. This stone is extremely beneficial for anyone employed in agriculture or associated with botany. A birthing crystal, moss agate assists midwives in their work, lessening pain and ensuring good delivery. It is a stone of new beginnings and release from blockages and spiritual fetters. I'm not really sure actually what fetters means, honestly. I think that's the first time in my life I have seen that word. So if anyone knows fetters, what the definition is to that word, I would love to know. But yeah, so that is kind of like again an explanation of how. Actually, sorry, there is more for this. So then you have healing properties as well, healing information with that stone and such. So I really love how there is like the different colors. Um, Now at first I thought like how it's kind of like divided, that it was kind of like per stone. So like, but then clearly there's way more blue and green happening, not really a lot of red. So I guess that wouldn't make any sense. Well, there's a little bit here, but I just really appreciate how things are are organized and like just the description of such, it's so user friendly. And maybe again, if you're receiving a crystal or a stone and you're like, oh, like I did, not too long ago, just want to look it up and get more information, it's great to have in that sense. But if you are, kind of like just looking through the booklet and you feel extremely drawn to something and you're like, oh my goodness, like, wow, look at the colors here. And, what exactly is this? And how could this help me or help others, depending on what you do, along your journey? It's nice to use in that sense as well. I also really, for myself, have enjoyed kind of like, um, I work quite frequently with combining different stones, and crystals and such in my healing sessions. But this has provided like a very like it's a nice resource to kind of see, okay, well, if I do take that quartz and apply it with, the that moss agate or that fluorite or that citrine or you name it. You get the point. Um then, how is that like all connecting and benefiting myself, the practitioner, or my clients? So yeah. And I just really, really love um this book and this set. And I just think it's like the images as well. It's not like it's not messy. It's not kind of like, here's like a million different pictures of this particular stone. It's saying, here's your stone, here's your information, here's what it can do. And it's like, thank you very much. It's such a practical guide. I love, 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 love it. And I have been working with it so very much. I received it just, I think, like a month or so ago. And I'm kind of like, how did I not have this in my life sooner? And that's when Rose stepped in and was like, Lisa, you need not only just the one, but you need the whole set. And I have to say, thank you again. And yes, absolutely. But I would certainly, for those of you who are maybe considering getting this set, or just kind of, whatever it is along your journey, I would, again, my personal opinion and experience, I would begin with this one. Again, I have really been spending so much time with this. I have yet to fully submerge myself in that second and third crystal Bible. Just because, well, I mean, there is over 200 crystals. There is a lot of information here to work with and just to kind of like enjoy. And I feel like, for myself, anytime I am introduced to a new book or a new divination tool or a new wand or anything like that, I like to connect and bond with them. Like, I take my time. Quite often, I'll even have a little ritual, with the bonding and connecting. I feel a lot of you are familiar with this. With my practices and such. So yeah, I just feel, again, I'm so grateful to have the three, but I'm firstly kind of taking my time, really just building that bond and connection with this deck. Or sorry, with this book. Um, there's the tarot reader coming through. But yeah, and again, kind of like making sure I have that respectful time set aside for the other books as well. So this is really interesting also. They have the different placements for the chakras. So I have to say, like, anyone who is like beginning with stones, auras, chakras, things like that, like, this is such a great book to start with. And again, I love the quick references there. And then, of course, you have the index in the back. But yeah, whether you are a beginner or someone who is a little more experienced when it comes to this sort of thing, I really feel like no matter where you are along your journey, you're absolutely going to enjoy this book. So, yes. I hope that this was nice for you all. If you have the Crystal Bible, or if you're interested in getting it, or you have anything you'd like to share, I would really love to hear your thoughts on it. And also, I would really love to know, what is your favorite crystal? I feel like that's an extremely difficult question to ask. I mean, for myself at least, because I mean, hello. I certainly have, like, I love my stones, but yeah, my gosh. When I asked that for, like, to you guys, my immediate reaction right away, like, would was citrine came to mind. Citrine, but it's not my all-time favorite. My all-time favorite would definitely be the clear crystal quartz, but I am very, maybe it's because I've been in winter for so long, and the citrine is so connected to the sun's energy, and that's just like I'm craving the sun right now. Anyways, I'm rambling here. Thank you very, very much for gifting me with your time. And yeah, I will see you again soon where we can take a look at the other Bibles as well. Take good care. Bye for now.